And Captain Mike is pulling some 4-alarm roasted peppers off the stove right now. And this is for our Good Phat Salad, correct?
Correct.
Fat with an F, not with a PH, because that would be redundant. So, Captain Mike, tell us why it's called the Good Phat Salad.
Well, this Good Phat Salad is so good, you still could refer to it as the PHAT salad. We eat a lot of salads around here at the fire department, and the reason being is because everybody is thinking about health nowadays. So I'm going to do 2 parts to this. You can see all the vegetables.
So colorful and pretty.
And a bit of meat. We have everything really
great.
kind of portioned out for what your body wants to intake, what your body is going to use as fuel. So I'm going to make a dressing. That's what the roasted peppers are for. And then we're also going to make the regular salad and then serve it as a side with Mark's fantastic dish.
Ooh, I can't wait. Let's get started.
Let's do the dressing first.
Okay.
Okay. We have our handy Vitamix here, and what we're going to do is put in the ingredients for this outstanding dressing, which really was born here at Newport Beach Fire Department. Myself and one of our other fire captains by the name of Roman T, we call him Romy T, we came up with this outstanding dressing and we use it all the time. So we're going to start with about 3/4 cups of that olive oil.
Romy T dressing.
Romy T dressing.
Romy T.
That's right. Okay, and the reason we call it a Good Phat Salad is because there is tons of good fats in there. So good fats from your olive oil, good fats from almonds. This is a bit of roasted almonds here. We're going to use about 1/2 a lime. Squirt that right into there.
Squeeze it right in.
Yeah, this is what makes my recipe so easy, is that everything pretty much goes into a blender or chopped up and put on the stove. A couple of garlic cloves. These garlic cloves are fresh. I prefer the fresh ones because they're so much better. Now, I like spicy food.
Uh-oh.
And the source of the spice, I always like it to be a natural source. So we're going to use this a little bit. Can you take spicy?
What is it? What is it?
This
Tell
is
me.
a jalapeno.
Okay, well,
We'll see.
let's try it.
We'll see how she does. Just going to take that, throw it right in there. That's the beauty of the Vitamix too, is that some of these higher powered blenders can
Oh my gosh, that smells so good. That lime, you get that lime just hit me. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this is just about 1/4 of a small white onion. We're going to drop that right in there. All right, now, here's the fun part.
Okay.
A bushel of cilantro. You can use this recipe or this dressing really for whatever type of food. If you're having an Italian meal like we are tonight, you can use basil too. If you're having a Mexican meal, you can use the cilantro. So we didn't have basil today, but we're going to use the cilantro. And you just take the whole bushel, drop it right in there.
It makes it easy. You don't have to chop anything up. You just throw everything into the blender.
That's right. Everything gets thrown into the blender.
Now, how do you tell if your avocado is nice and ripe enough to be able to do this?
Really, avocados are pretty easy for the most part because you can,
Or if it's really super ripe and the pit just falls out.
Or if the host has a fail with a PH, AIL. A lot of times,
I deserve that.
Just by pushing on the very part where it comes off the tree, you can feel the softness right there. Otherwise, just give it a squeeze around. You want to make sure that you don't have any soft spots that are any softer than any other spots. And it's usually a pretty good indicator that you have a good one. So, really easily from this point, we're going to take both these avocados, spoon them right into the Vitamix.
2 avocados.
You can go with 1. This just makes it a little thicker and creamier.
That's a lot of good fat.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to our roasted peppers. The roasted peppers will also go into the recipe. And usually what I'll do, you can do it under the sink, but once they're roasted like that, all you got to do is just take most of it off. You don't even really need to take it all off. Just a bit of that char.
What's the benefit of roasting your peppers?
It changes the flavor.
Okay.
It de-waxes it. You guys can see how peppers will normally have a little bit of wax on the top of them, and this really takes off that top layer of skin. But for color and a little bit more flavor, I like to keep a little bit of it on there. So we'll keep a little of that on there.
And this is going into the dressing.
This is going to go right into the dressing.
That will be phenomenal.
So we're going to cut off the tips there, and then this goes right into the dressing. And then from here, it goes straight onto the blender.
And how long are we going to blend this up?
Until it has a smooth consistency. That's all it takes.
So you've got actually a really nice creamy dressing without all the bad fat.
Yes, the only
Much better for you than ranch.
The only downside that I will ever see to this particular recipe is that because the ingredients are so fresh, you have to consume it within a few days.
Okay, good to know.
Normally, fire station, it's consumed immediately. So we rarely have any left over, but since you've been such a great host, I'm gonna let you try this.
Oh my gosh, you could put this on like a meat dish too, couldn't you?
You could use it as a dip.
Gosh.
At parties, works great.
See this? Spoon. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's better than like guacamole.
Absolutely.
And the pepper, you can definitely taste the pepper. And the jalapeno is it's not too hot.
Right.
But it does give it a nice kick.
Okay, so the next thing, you're gonna set that aside. And the next thing that we're gonna do is, you can see that I have several different types of vegetables that are already pre-chopped. So obviously we're gonna have to chop some of those, but right here I have a couple different kinds of squash. This is a zucchini. I have 2 different kinds of bell pepper here. We have some broccoli stalks and then a little bit more onion.
Okay, so we're just gonna throw this on the stove, right?
That's right, and here's the coconut oil I talked about.
Yeah, we talked about the coconut oil.
Just get a nice base in a hot pan.
It smells so good.
We've gone ahead and added some chicken sausage. This is apple chicken sausage. This can be a completely vegetarian meal if you want it to be. All you gotta do is just have it all vegetables.
Sure.
So we'll put it right in there, cook it up.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be beautiful.
Get a nice coating on the veggies of that coconut oil, and add some good flavor to it. Almost made it without dropping everything out.
So Mike, we had about 8 to 10 minutes sauteing these vegetables.
That's right, I like to saute them just so they're a bit al dente, still leaves a lot of the nutrients in the vegetables.
Gosh, it smells so good.
Yeah, so we're gonna serve it over a bed of arugula.
Okay.
And I like arugula because it's really, it's a pretty hearty green, and it has a little nutty taste to it. So we're just gonna plate a little bit up. You can see the coins of the chicken sausage in there.
You could do this without the arugula, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It would be just as good with that dressing, but like I was saying earlier, we like to use a lot of greens around here. Just switching it up.
Oh, that looks amazing.
It's gonna be outstanding.
We got our Romy tea dressing, which is so amazing.
It is, and I will say that Romy tea wasn't the only person who was used in the making of this dressing.
Okay, fair enough.
So put a good, nice little dollop on there.
You can put a lot more. A lot more.
But just remember, you need just a bit, because the amount of olive oil that's in there still has a lot of caloric intake. However,
I'll take my chances, I think.
I think you would too, just because it's so good. But it's the right kind of calories that you're feeding. Here it is, Good Phat Salad.
Thanks, Mike. That's great. We'll be right back with more.